Hello, my name is Demetrius Jackson. I just want to let you all know that it gets better. I came out, I would say, my sophomore year in high school, so I was about 15 at the time, and I did currently have a girlfriend. Um, it was hard news to break to her because um, we were happy at the time. It broke her heart for me to break up with her at the time, but I had to do what I had to do. Being so young and coming out at that age, um, it was scary. I grew up in this small town, and the high school that I attended wasn't very big. So at the time that I did come out, I was the only one who was actually out in the school, who was as outgoing as I was. So basically, the spotlight was on me when I actually did come out. It wasn't easy. I have to admit. Besides going to school, um, the ridicule. I knew that it was going to happen before I came out anyway, so I was ready for whatever was coming my way. The funny thing about it, before I actually came out, people were already calling me gay. People were calling me gay before I knew I was gay. So it's crazy. So when I actually did come out, like I came out, like literally. The way I dressed, it changed. Um, People will call it feminine or flamboyant, whatever you like to call it. That's what I was, and I had no shame in it. I've always lived by the philosophy that I want to express who I am, regardless of what anyone thinks, because at the end of the day, I'm the only one who it affects. It doesn't affect anyone else. So that was something that I couldn't understand why so many people had a problem with it. But besides school, I've been in church my whole life. Um, since I was old enough to walk, I've been in church. I grew up in the Church of Christ, and like most churches, they preach very hard on homosexuality. You know, we've all heard the story of my mind just went blank. um, oh my goodness, you know what I'm talking about. Sodom Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm sorry, I had a mental block then. Sodom and Gomorrah. We've all heard the story of that, and that's what preachers they preach very hard on. Like I said, I grew up in the Church of Christ, so it's always been looked down upon as an abomination. And because of that, because I came out when I did, and I came out very flamboyantly, um, I was almost basically withdrawn from this, meaning that no one can engage with you in any kind of way. They can't commune with you, anything like that. That almost happened to me twice. So, I mean, it was very hard at the time to be withdrawn from just because of who I am. Homosexuality is not just who you have sex with. I mean, it's what I live for. Everything around me just surrounds who I am as a homosexual male. So it was very hard, like I said, from being ridiculed at school, um, at church, and because I grew up in a religious family, um, I couldn't escape it at home either. I remember I'm not gonna say who exactly it was. Um, they said you're not a cotton picking woman. You know, like I said, I used to dress very flamboyantly, and when he said that to me, you know, I just knew he was unhappy with, you know, with the way I was, and because of his Bible, the way he had been taught through the Bible, basically he felt that my gay ass was going to hell because I was gay. But learning over the years, there are so many more people like me. I fail to believe that. You know, we all have our beliefs. I fail to believe that there are too many of us. And one thing while I'm thinking about that, homosexuality is not a choice. I did not choose this. When I was younger, I had an attraction to females. Later, that attraction, it left. I don't know what happened, but I do know that I'm attracted to males, and I did not choose that. So I just wanted to get that straight. I did not choose this. I would not choose to be something that everyone would criticize. So I just wanted to make that point. So back to the subject at hand. Like I said, it was hard growing up. And then I moved out shortly after graduation. I graduated in 2006. I moved out, and that's when I met other people like myself. It helped me get more in touch with who I was. It helped me feel better about embracing who I was. So that time of my life, it was very helpful for me to see other people like me, knowing that I wasn't alone growing up like this. And it got so hard at one time, excuse me, it got so hard growing up one time that I actually thought about committing suicide a few times. I never tried it. I never attempted it. Attempted it, but I thought about it. I'm glad I never attempted it or was successful with it, because I would have felt like a quitter. I'm far from a quitter. I don't want anyone else to become a quitter. It does get better. I'm happy now. Like I said, I've always had that drive in me, telling myself that I would never give up, that it would get better, that I want to be an inspiration to others, letting them know that you can make it through. It may be hard now. You may be thinking about suicide because you think that's the only outlet. It's not the only outlet. You know, be patient because your day is coming. Currently, I'm happy with who I am. I overcame that part of my life, that low part, I would say, of feeling like I had no chance, like it wouldn't get better. I overcame it. I'm 22 years old. I will be 23 in less than 2 months, and I'm happy. I'm a healthy black male. I'm currently in school. At the end of this month, which is May, I will have my associate's degree in business administration, and I plan to continue my education to further my education as far, you know, the sky's the limit for me. Did I say I was happy? Okay, I thought I did. Yeah, I'm happy. But seriously, it hurts me to my heart when I hear of these young people who have committed suicide because of bullying, things of that nature. Bullying, sexuality isn't the only reason that people are bullied, but it's one of the main reasons. And I know for a fact that many of these suicides were because an individual was homosexual and they got bullied so much until the point where they thought that was the only way out, and it's not. I have stand here today to tell you it's not. I beg of you, whoever is out there listening to this, watching me, and you're feeling the way that I may have felt at a time, that it wasn't going to get better, just want to let you know it does get better. Thank you.